Hey, sweetie. So I saw your video this morning and was like really worried about you all, especially from the looks of that video because I, I saw that you're sitting in like this room and there was like you know there's no furniture in the room. I'm tired. Number one. Number two, they have been on my head all day today. But I saw that you were sitting in this room that looked pretty vacant. And I did see that you had a bag beside you. It looked to me like it was packed. So I like that part. I like the part that you're ready to go. I like that part a whole lot. So I'm worried about you because of the fact that you don't have anyone. I don't know if you have anyone attending to you or not. And I know that you're getting ill and that you're not feeling well. And I should have probably never said in an email that I don't want us going to the hospital. That I don't want you going to the hospital without me anymore, and I don't want to be going to the hospital without you anymore. Because as soon as I say something like that, knowing that we're still in separate cities, they'll probably try to put us both in the hospital while we're in separate cities. That would not surprise me whatsoever, because that's exactly how they operate. They go and they nose in to everything that you're doing, and then they sit there and they try to, basically exploit, the information that they get. They use it and they exploit, against you with that same information that they're getting on you in such a violating way as to go into all your private, everything that should be private, and get that information and then use it to exploit you. And that is exactly the kind of crap they do. And I should have probably never said anything like that, because, I've been feeling them today as well. I can't stand the kidney thing at all. Like, they got me twice in Nevada on the kidney thing, and I had to lay on ice for 8 hours straight each time. And that's why I made that kidney ban. I have your kidney ban here. I'm sorry that you don't have it there. I wish you already had it, because you need it right now. I was actually thinking today, by the looks of where you are, how you might be in a little bit of an isolated situation. And all I could do was imagine the fact that the globalists probably were around you, where you are right now, and that they might be targeting you today. So that actually was going through my mind even before I got the email. So, it distresses me whenever I have to see you in these situations. And how many times has this happened in the last, I don't know what we're looking at here, maybe the last 7 months, that I've had to see you in a distressful situation that I could not do anything about. And that is why I do not care for us to be in separate cities anymore. I'm tired of going through that. I've been through that how many times, and I'm getting tired of having my heart ripped out every time I turn around, and knowing that, this could be resolved if you were in the same city with me, or if I, we have to. This part about us being apart has to end, because I can't deal with that anymore. Just like I told you, almost, I was like, I came close to showing up. I was about ready. I had my going shoes on, like my running shoes. I put them on. I was ready to go to Pennsylvania just to put an end to that. I went through. Okay, you were in the hospital 2 different times there. You were locked up for a week 2 different times. You think all those other things that have happened as well. I can't keep going through these things over and over and over again. I've had enough. So it has to come to an end. I'm not having it any other way. It has to come to an end that we are living in separate cities. not going to work out. I just have been worried about you today. I've been, that video that you made this morning. I mean, the other video that you made before that with the. I don't even want to talk about that video. That video was that video was just traumatized me. I can't keep watching stuff like that and not feel the way that I do. And, I think it is true. We're on this battleground together. We are both intensely targeted. They're messing with us in every way that they possibly can. And they just continue to do things. And it continues to get more and more intense as time goes by. And that's their program, they just keep getting worse and they keep getting worse and they keep, it's a progressive thing. And, taking all that into consideration, I know that we need to be together to be looking out for each other. Because the thing that I've noticed is that unless you're going through this experience, you really do, people do not understand. Because unless it's happening to them. So that's the problem. Like your friends can only go so far with you on this, even if they believe you, because it's not happening to them. Actually, when it was happening to me, it took me a month to adjust to the reality myself that this is happening to me, because of the fact that it seems so unrealistic that I'm dealing with air surveillance and like electromagnetic energy strikes from aircraft and drones and all this kind of stuff like that. It's something like out of a Star Wars movie or something like that. It's just so weird. And, unless it's actually happening to you and you're experiencing, you can't wrap your mind around a reality like that. Just like with the gang stalking and with ground harassment. You cannot, people cannot wrap their mind around that or believe it. And because we live in America, and so they don't understand that, we're being invaded in America. Things have changed. Not like it used to be. So people have a tendency to reject these things in their minds and not accept them as reality. And even, knowing that it's happening to you, it takes you a while to come to terms with that reality. And that is you feeling it every day and experiencing it every day of your life. So, that's why with your friends that's not happening to them, they can only go one block with you. Your relatives can only walk one block with you. And then they go, okay, they can't go any further with you. That is why I feel closer to you than I do to anyone else in the world right now. Because of the fact that, it's not limited with you as far as how far you can understand, how far you can walk, in understanding what is happening, because it's happening to you too, so And that's the only thing that keeps me from being completely isolated, I just think that there's a lot of distractions right now because several people came into the bathroom, started yakking, but I just wanted to say that it's just come to a point right now. It's going to get louder and louder, of course. It's going to come to a point right now where it has to change. I can't deal with the way that it is anymore. I don't want to go through this again and again and again and again. And especially as they start increasing, they continue to make it worse and worse, and they're going to get louder and louder. Worse and worse as time goes by. You won't even be able to hear my video by the time they keep getting louder and louder. They burned my face right here today. It's like I was laying in the bed, and there was just like, I could feel the energy vibrating onto my face, and I knew they were going to burn my face. Because they knew I was going to make a video. You know, you made one this morning. Of course I'm going to make one. So, you know, it seems like they're burning my face now whenever they know I'm going to make a video. Like, that's going to stop me from making a video, you know. But they also have been targeting the rest of my body today. They have targeted my head a lot. They targeted my hips, my legs. They have targeted my chest, and they targeted my ovaries some, not like the other night. Nothing like that, but I've been targeted all over my body, like, generally speaking, today. So, you know, I know what you're going through is worse. I can't stand the kidney thing. Like, you give me the kidney thing 2 times, it happened in Nevada, 8 hours, laying on ice. I put an ice bag underneath myself and laid on a couch with the ice bag underneath myself. Because my kidneys were literally, like, on fire. And, I mean, it was the most excruciating pain. I was, like, you know, so close to having to go to the hospital. I don't like to go to the ER. Everybody knows that by now. So I didn't, but I had to lay on ice for 8 hours each time. That is why I made the kidney band. I do have that kidney band for you. I feel so bad that it's here and not there with you. You know, I feel bad that I'm here and not there with you. And, or you not being here, you know, already. So, that has to come to an end. It's going to come to an end because I can't take any more of the way that it is right now. And watching you go through all these different things that you're going through in, you know, different places in the United States. You know, it's just not working out. So, we need to be together so that we can look after each other. It's not going to get easier. This is a progressive thing from what I've read, and they just keep intensifying their program on you. And, you know, it's not good. It's not good. So you can see how they're operating right now, and you can connect the dots and see just how, you know, ridiculous these people really are. Like, you know, how they're all about, you know, just trying to destroy your life. So, I think that's all I was going to tell you. I got a burn, like, I haven't shown you the burn that I have on my arm. When I was in the hospital, they targeted me right where the IV was going in. You know, where I'm getting this blood, right? I guess they wanted to probably cook the blood that I was getting so it wouldn't be very good blood. And so the tape was on there, and when they started targeting me right there, I could feel it was like that intense itching that you talked about. That's what was happening. And so I like start pulling the tape off of them. There was no one in the room with me at the time. I didn't call anybody or anything. It was just itching really bad. I just started pulling the tape off. And then when this was over at, this wasn't at Baptist Soto. This was at the hospital in Tennessee. And I started pulling the tape off and everything. And then when the nurse did come into the room, I started, you know, I started itching. I'm sorry, but I had to pull the tape off. And I had pulled the tape off the IV, and she was like, we're going to just tape it back down, you know. She said, we won't want to have to stick you again, so we're just going to tape it back down right where it is. So they did that. But anyway, when it was all said and done, I had this nice big, you know, really red burn on my arm. So anyway, I'm thinking about you, and I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through, and I care, and I wish that I was there to make you a glass of water with olive oil and a lemon wedge. And